Hi, I'm Jay, and welcome back to Certified TV Anime. This is a story about a haunted plane with an invisible pilot. From what I witnessed as a passenger, I call it my version of The Haunted Plane. Part 2, let's get started. Me and a group of friends were getting on a plane to travel from New York City to Maldives Island in South Asia. The pilot seemed like a normal guy, just like any other pilot. He was wearing a white shirt with a blue tie and black trousers. His name was John. There was nothing special about him except for one thing: his sudden absence. Well, he was an excellent pilot. He was very famous in the airline industry. He was very famous for flying planes. Everybody wanted him to fly their planes because he was so good. But that day, he was acting strange. When the plane took off, my friend Tia screamed, "Oh my God, I think I'm going to be sick." I said to Tia, "Don't worry, I got you." And I held her hand. We saw the beautiful city of New York from the plane and the beautiful buildings. Then we disappeared into the clouds. Once we get into the clouds, the pilot turns the airplane. Tia says, "It looks like there's no one in the pilot seat." Then Tia screams again, this time even louder. She says, "I don't want to die." I calmed her down and tell her everything's going to be all right. The pilot reappears in the seat and says, "I'm sorry, I had to go to the bathroom." I say, "That's okay, we understand." Then the pilot asks, "Would you like some drinks?" Me and Tia look at each other. The pilot disappears again and reappears with 2 cups of water. He hands them to me and Tia. Me and Tia are still a bit scared, but we start sipping the water. Then we both become very tired. Then I fall asleep. Tia leans her head on my shoulder. She sees that I'm awake now and I'm looking at her. Tia blushes and smiles. When the plane lands, Tia looks around. We were amazed by the beautiful view. As the plane flies over the ocean, the water below us is bluish green. We were so excited to reach the island. We step out of the plane and are greeted by a beautiful view of Maldives Island. We take a deep breath and relax. The pilot comes out of the plane and we ask him, "How did you do that?" He replies, "What do you mean?" Tia say, "How did you make the plane land safely without crashing? You were invisible." The pilot looks at us confused. He says, "I'm sorry, I don't understand what you're talking about." Tia says, "You disappeared in the plane and we couldn't find you, but somehow the plane landed." The pilot says, "I'm sorry, but I haven't disappeared." The pilot says, "You must have seen another pilot." Me and Tia look at each other. We thought we saw the same pilot the entire time, but was he invisible? The pilot asked us if we would like to go on another flight with him. Me and Tia decline politely and thank him for the flight. Then the pilot disappears out of thin air right in front of us, nothing but mist and smoke to be seen. Though we were scared and afraid, we thought back to all of what had happened on the whole entire flight. We decide to keep it a secret, but someone leaks the story to the press and it becomes national news. People were amazed by the story and wanted to know more, but the mystery was never solved. And that's what happened on our travel. I still have chills telling the story. I know the pilot's spirit, or shall I say, the invisible pilot still exists somewhere. That wasn't a coincidence, it was a sign.